It's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
If you are renting and you did not receive notification to your home, by law, it is up to your homeowner. Now, if your homeowner says or did not receive that mail, they would have to dispute this meeting at the end of this meeting with an attorney and with ADR or by through lawsuit. Not a problem. With that being said,
Question. Why do you need an attorney to dispute a notice that you not received as a homeowner?
you don't. It's an option.
Oh,
There are several options. And again, this is all in accordance to the Rayburn Act. So anyone at any given time can Google the Rayburn Act because we are following that as a homeowner association. Now,
Excuse me, is our lawyer here now?
our lawyer is present on the phone should she need.
Okay.
ADR is an ability to dispute any kind of notification. So, if we send out notification and you don't agree with that notification, you are allotted 10 business days to bring your argument or rebuttal to that notification in accordance to those rules and regulations set forth by the bylaws and amendments, which are posted on the website and have been posted for a fiscal year. Now,
could you tell me who you are,
now,
please?
I would like to get to that point.
How you start?
Now is my
Introduce
disclaimer
yourself normally.
to the public as a courtesy for transparency and how this meeting will be conducted. As clearly, this is the largest meeting I think the Window Club has ever had in all of time.
I'll let you know she's been here 2 years.
So, with that, I would like to state that you all have your agenda, and this is the official starting of the meeting. Open public board meeting. Date, Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. Time, 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Location, Clubhouse, 1 Eagle Drive, Howell, New Jersey. Participants, board members, and homeowners.
Jersey.
With that being said, please, I would like to start with, my name is Lauren Roth. I am your vice president. I was elected last year, and then I was set into office as vice president by another election. With that being said, normally our president, who has been our president for 38 years, would run the meeting. However, due to voting conflicts, the meeting will be ran a little differently by said VP, which is fine and with all due respect of Mark. With that being said, normally we run the meeting with the prejudice. He also, his voice during this meeting agenda specifically removes him from the speaking platform as his information is not full. With that being said,
What does that mean? What does that mean?
It's my pleasure to present the Vice President of this meeting.
thank you,
This
Mark.
time, we have been heads on this, and I truly last meeting did lose my temper at the meeting, and kind of blew up, and it felt that maybe it's better to make sure that I keep a reasonable head where I don't feel like I'm getting attacked by standing up here. Okay? And it's hard for me to defend what is being presented. So maybe it would not be presented fairly by me because of that. Okay, so please let that be. Okay, she requested that she run the meeting. At first I was upset, but then I said, no, the way I've been feeling, maybe it's better.
I commend you for that, sir. I commend you.
So, with that being said, we are going to run the meeting slightly differently because everyone is here for a reason, and that reason alone. So, with that being said, we will go through our Pledge Allegiance after. Let's do that first. If anyone who would like to participate in the Pledge Allegiance, our flag. You don't have to. If you can't stand, if you have trouble, you do what you are comfortable and wanting to do. Yeah, you want to do what you want to do. Very quickly, I want to explain. Okay, first of all, Rich Kaufman, a very valued board member here in the community, who's been here quite some time, great family man, and DJ, had a sudden family emergency. He is trying to get here, but if he can't, that's fine. So we were supposed to have a mic So tomorrow when I don't have a voice, you'll have to speak to everyone else about your issues. And that is why he's not here, but his absence, should he not be able to come for voting, is excused as he informed us and so on and so forth. But that is why he's not here. But he is very highly involved in the community and was highly involved in taking place in all of this. All right, so with that, quickly, because we know why you're
Bringing a whole gallon of tea to the HOA meeting is wild. Like, I could tell this is about to get serious.
here. There have been rumors going around. So, first of all,
And it looked like he packing a pistol. When you gotta pack a pistol to the HOA meeting, it's about to get serious.
your questions might be answered in this meeting. So if that's the case and you signed up and you want to speak, but your question was answered, you don't have to speak. It's not an obligation. If you want to, we'll go down the list. And if you don't want to, you don't even have to raise your hand if you don't want to. Secondly, we're fighting the light to let us speak, hold your questions towards the end, and then we can conduct it that way. Because again, your questions might be answered. Okay, with that being said, to start it off with my quick little talking points, there have been rumors and flyers going around the community, and everyone is allowed public, freedom of speech. And we actually encourage in this community, as it is a tight-knit community, and many members have been here for quite some time. We are always encouraging community feedback, community opinion, and we hold our community and what is best for our community at highest regard. So, with that, there have been rumors that there are going to be HOA increases and fees for the meeting agenda item of a contract for an outside property management to step in. I would like to dispel that as part of that contract, there will be no HOA fees increases and there will be no assessments within the foreseeable future. Not not in the next year, not in the next 2 years. There are a lot of things that go into that. For the fiscal year, yes. For next year, most likely, yes. If I can continue, you will understand why I am saying that. First and foremost, for all of those who have not been privy or not partaked in budget meetings, our budget for our property management company as of now is roughly $65,000 per fiscal year, not including our complete package, which is insurance, medication, phone, insurance for car, other her total package.
I didn't even recognize her over there. Okay.
With that,
I recognize her.
after we do payroll taxes and everything else, we will be saving roughly $20,000. That does not include some of our outstanding contracts that are needing to be reviewed. Does that mean we are going to get rid of our contractors and all as a sweep? No. Does that mean we are going to go by a line item, an agenda, and see what costs are being allocated? Yes. We anticipate having about $100,000 within our first year in savings.
Are we just going to be lied to like the entire time?
As of to date, $326,000.
Our members are in arrears.
Our members are in.
We don't know
arrears.
anything. We have no arrears.
Thank you for the clarification, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
I don't get it. Do they like each other?
When we are talking, we should have $1.2 million allocated in this community on our working budget. In lieu of any catastrophes, repairs, unforeseen circumstances, as of to date, our budget only has $500,000 in that. So, we are not recouping our costs. To continue in the same fashion could easily lead to numerous amounts of issues financially. Those issues are not limited or included to bankruptcy, assessments, and for those of you who do not know what assessments are, when you sign your contract for your HOA, and it says, I am part of this community, and here is my signature, and that community does not allocate their finances and funding correctly, they are allowed to come to your door and state you owe X amount of dollars because our funding is not efficient for the costs ahead. Now,
That's what happened in Sandy.
that is what happened in Sandy. You were assessed $500. $450. Sorry, you saved yourself $50.
That's the only assessment in 43 years that this association has had. That was the Sandy hurricane assessment of $450 was the only assessment this association has ever had. Our reserve is underfunded. I'd like to have $1 million put aside for retaining walls and such. How do you raise your reserve? By raising fees. $500 million is raising fees. You don't cut a $600,000 in your budget by $500,000.
That is one way. That is one way that you can be advised to collect your money, or a more personal approach, instead of just saying, well, let's charge these people this because we made mistakes and it is what it is. Then you turn around and you say, where can we cut costs in our budget to prevent hurting the public? So therefore, you go through your contracts, and our contract for our maintenance is $120,000. That could be allocated to $90,000 for the same kind of work from a different company, because it is 2020 and it is competitive. So, this is how budget works. This is how you fund your community. Aside from collecting your HOA fees that are due to you, you then fund it by making sure that your contracts are in accordance and that your money is being allocated in transparent ways and saving your community to the most of its ability. So yes, there are many ways. You could say, we're raising HOA fees to $500 because we're not getting money. Or we can say we're keeping the HOA at a whopping low $180 for our people because we understand the need and the wants of the community. So with that, on our website, which is located, okay, so I thought it was printed on here, sorry, it wasn't. It is windmillclubnj.com. All of our bylaws, master deeds, amendments, resolutions, meetings, any kind of information you need to receive, cleaning your fence, so on and so forth, will be on that website. Now, we did not have the budget up, but I think it's apparent, since this group is very much into the finances, that we will post the budget so that each and every one of you can sit in the comfort of your own home and read each line item and the amount of money that is allocated for that, and you can come up to a conclusion by looking at an actual factual piece of printed paper that we use for our accounting. So or you don't have technology, or you know what? You're not good at technology because it's crazy. You're very competent.
Oh my God, I'm about to get it.
Who starts a meeting with such hostility?
Elderly grandmother who served in the war.
What?
Oh my God, come on. Clubhouse and pick it up. We can email it to you. We can have someone here to disperse that information to you. Either way, we can get that information out to you through various outlets. You will receive that information.
How was she elected? You crying?
Okay, so with that,
Really?
now that everyone has said
Shows the
about
importance of local
we're not
elections.
raising fees, and when we sign the contract, we're not raising fees, and all this other stuff. I have a question. What about the national company? At the end of the meeting, you can save your questions, because I will get to them. With that being said, we run on a January to January budget. January to December. That is the budget we run. So that would be the fiscal year. With that being also said, when signing for the new HOA company, they will be bringing a different approach to the community. So, they will also be here in our next open meeting that will be posted on our front boards, that will be posted on our websites, that hopefully will be gotten to each and every door. And you can bring your questions, concerns, meet and greet, and see what they have to offer.
Why aren't they here now to tell us what they're
Right.
doing?
Wait to your side.
On a management company.
Yeah. Exactly. No. You have no say.
The bylaws state that there is a 75% community clause if we are changing the bylaws, meaning we are going to siding, vinyl versus the T111.
What? Who said that? No, she said. Propose for the unreasonable dues.
It's an example. It's an example. So, like, if we were, so if someone says that we want to change to siding, we want vinyl siding and not T111, and T111 is in our bylaws.
$170 a month. What are you smoking?
It's an example. We are not doing that. The gentleman asked if I thought we had 75% of the vote to sign a contract. We do not. The example I was giving for the community to better understand is if we were to do something such as decide to go with vinyl siding. That is not in our bylaws, and we would require 75% of the community to agree before being able to do it. However, contracts. Contracts.
Yes, absolutely. We live here. How long have you lived here?
Which includes mowing, maintenance, painting.
Who's in the crowd?
Master deed and bylaw is the association do inside management, outside management, hire a management company. Okay, and so it's in the bylaws that the association has. You elect the board of trustees to make those decisions. That's the way the rule works. Okay, that's the law. It's our bylaws.
Who is that? We didn't elect them.
First of all, we will not refer to people as that. That is not who we are.
Introduce him!
Hello, everyone. My name is Fred. How are you this evening?
Not well, folks.
I am an interim board member.
Who wanted to win?
Give me a moment.
Who appointed you, Frank?
If you cannot remain calm, we will ask you to leave. I was asked to be on the board by the board of trustees in lieu of Mike, who left the community and sold his unit. As per a message,
How do we know who you are then? You might ask yourself on Facebook, that's a bullshit word.
What do you say?
He's on Facebook, but he's not saying the truth.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a board member who wasn't voted in at all?
No, he wasn't voted in at all. He's appointed.
we will now take our vote.
What are we voting for?
Our management company.
You gave us no information! We have zero information! What are you freaking voting on?
Can I explain?
I am here! You got a little thing saying blah blah blah, which you say is misleading. What information are you doing here? We have no information on the company here. You're one to hire. We have no information to compare apples to apples. Now you're voting on what?
Yeah.
Where's everybody all crazy here?
Absolutely. How long have you lived here?
Okay, so with that being said, thank you very much.
What do you mean?
After this,
What about if you don't have a computer?
What if you don't have a computer?
Or you don't have technology, or you know what? You're and meeting with those three companies.
What's your commission, one of those companies?
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up.
What are you wrapping up? You didn't do anything! There's a list of people to speak. You haven't allowed anybody to speak. You're going to make a vote?
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Wait. Can I talk for a second? Ladies and gentlemen. The meeting's here to try to give you guys some information. Come on.
No, it's not. You just want to get
Come here. Come here. Come on. Hey. Let's be civil. I'm being civil. I'll raise my
Are you a homeowner?
Yes, I am. 17 years.
Okay.
17 years I've been here. All right? All right? Let's hear what
People up front aren't good people.
I realize you got. Hey, listen, this is new to me. Hear me out. Young lady, hear us out, okay? All right? Let's hear what they have to say.
But she's not giving us information.
Well, maybe she was.
She's saying is, with that being said.
With that being said.
Keep peace, sir. All right. With all due respect. Keep peace.
So I see your weapon over here. Hiding that security person.
I don't think you have.
I can give CPR.
Sorry to got up, guys. Sorry to
Community uprise.
They offer an online portal. There will be someone at the clubhouse. I'm sorry, there's entertainment history and information, website, you know. So with that,
It's not our fault that you don't have a mic. Can you please start that again? I have people back here did not know you were starting.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Am I here now?
Is that a child's karaoke machine?
You're louder than the mic.
You lost the crowd.
Who's Megan? Bonnie's daughter.
Is she bringing it? Where's she bringing it?
I'm home at 7:30.
No one's going to be home at 7:30.
She's not to bring it to me.
You can tell her over here.
The agenda items and the property management company will be dispersing the information to you for what they bring to the association, what they're going to do in October, which is only about 3 weeks away, our next open meeting. They will be here so that you can speak with them, you can ask them questions, you will get your information.
I wouldn't sign anything.
No, we are moving to vote to make the choice. Okay, we're going to put the motion through.
Amongst the board.
To how we want, if we want a property management company.
They want.
No. Only the board votes.
This is what we're going to do.
They appointed the person who's going to vote they want for their third vote.
Well, they're going to make the choice for the rest of the 300 ladies.
You will note that now at this point, after the agenda items, we're going to have a motion to move a vote to vote for a management company. Hold up. So I
Can't we just vote her out right now? Can we just say the whole vote? Like, go away.
get a management company. We have no right. Okay. And Rich did forfeit, but he is unable to attend.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Rich doesn't support this.
You should wait till he's here.
Rich has been loudly against this.
So with that being said, I now put forward the vote.
With that being said.
PRC Group as our management company. I put forth the motion and I move that. Rich is not here. He has asked no vote.
I say during this meeting we can't hear you. You're still water. You're not making sense.
That would be the vote that we voted to get a management company named PRC Group here in the community.
So you're not.
If you would
I would not like to do that.
Our months it will receive after we.
You make the decision for all these people.
Yep.
That's okay. She'll get voted out. It's okay.
Who wants to make that decision?
You don't want
Who
her.
wants the management company?
You can make yourself separate.
No management company. The people you are elected to represent are telling you they don't want something. So it's not even taken into consideration.
Vote it in. I could write a better fucking voting in essay than you.
Some people are up for election in November. It's important to remember that.
Agenda item.
She's not going to be there. It's okay.
She's not up for election, Tara. I know what you're talking about.
Our next open board meeting is tentatively set and will be posted for August.
Is this Russia or Cuba? Is this Russia or Cuba?
Be here on October 14th to have this meeting with you, and you can bring up all your questions and concerns after you receive your correspondence.
Am I in Russia? Where the hell am I?
You are on charge of 65 our contract we are in now. So we will make and allocate costs for up to $100,000. So, again, we will post this meeting on the website for anyone to see, and I would like to say after that, please, by all means, we are losing light.
Yeah.
Crickets are louder than
So everything is on the website. If you have any questions about the bylaws, amendments, your rules and regulations, and okay, so really quickly, you will see postings going out, and this is important. Postings going out for this lake. This lake is going to have a major project done to it.
That's their area of concern.
Vote for it. Let's hear a vote.
We do not address the lake with the EPA, who has stepped in, because this goes out
I did.
to other communities. The EPA has stepped in. Now,
Thank you.
if we do not, you will receive this correspondence. I am letting you know at this meeting. So, if we do not address the lake issues, our insurance will go up. As far as fishing on the lake goes, our insurance is very low on the lake, and that insurance is because it is a non-fishing, hunting, no-use, game, skiing, boating, sitting, swimming lake.
Nobody
If the
goes there.
insurance company catches wind that we've had fishing on this lake, they will increase our insurance. If they increase our insurance, we then will be charged more. Charging more will cost the community money. So I just want to make everyone aware that if you could please spread to the people, your friends, whoever's coming to this lake to fish illegally, as we know hunting, game, fishing in this lake, to please stop so that our insurance company
You're the
does not
attorney,
charge
yeah,
us
okay.
and we lose our insurance. If we lose our insurance, no matter what this board does, no matter what, that money will go up and you will have an increase in your HOA. So we are fixing the lake to prevent that. So please, it no longer drains.
That's been there for years.
Section 25.
Oh, wait, that's in his backyard, right? That's in Frank's backyard. That's where they want to go.
Frank's backyard.
Asking about the lake. All the storm drains all around the community in every circle drain into the lake. What happened is some of the unit owners on Blue Jay cut down all the shrubbery that had grown over the years.
and we discovered there's a huge pipe there. Tom, how big is the pipe?
It's about a 20-inch pipe.
20-inch pipe is totally immersed in water. So every time it rains, and we had so much rain this year, the water was not flowing as it should have, and it was not circulating the water in the lake. What it was doing instead, all the dirt from all the cul-de-sacs and Eagle Drive was forming little islands all over the lake. That does have to be addressed. That's
Good, Casey. Thank you. You're fired.
Thank you, Debbie.
Has the everydaypj been involved? She doesn't even know the answer. She has to ask the lady she's firing. Fucking ridiculous.
what?
We're here.
Build up over many years. As compared to coming out of $180. That's part of that 500. This costs us, I don't know the figure, 20,000. We will 10,000. It'll come from there. So that's how that's going to be paid for, and that's why we have the reserve. Okay, and we like to build up the reserve over time. But we have to be able to afford it. Whether it's by cutting costs or raising fees, that's the only way we can put more money into the reserve. While I don't agree in all these savings that have been broadcasted here by the management fee, I have not studied them. And that's where I bowed out with seeing what the management company said, because I was so against it. And thought it should wait till after the election. I wanted to wait till after the election, I thought, for the new year, to decide on a total change in the philosophy of management.
That's all that makes sense.
Now and rushed, and it seems to have all come since August 1st, and the decision is being made.
This is a management company.
Okay, but anyway, the money is coming from reserve. The lake is important. You want it to flow. You don't want mosquitoes. You don't want it. There's a lot of reasons why we have to preserve it. Okay, and it's part of our community life. Again with the fishing, the bylaws appears to be saying no fishing. It's written in there. I don't know why it was put in there in the first place. Okay. We wrote the insurance policy for our fee based on that we are now not allowed to fish. If we allowed fishing, then we'd have to raise the fee.
But don't allow fishing.
We don't allow fishing. We have signs. We've invested money in signs. I think we feel we are trying to enforce the rules, and that's the best we can do. Are we going to sit here on Saturday afternoon and see if someone's fishing? I don't plan on ever doing that. I don't think we want to be a police station. But we are protecting ourselves by putting these signs up and announcing, guys, don't fish because it could cost us. We could lose insurance in that because we don't want to wait. There's too much risk for time. That's all we can, yes.
See them by all means. They're trespassing. Protect your community. We're all trying to work together.
But remember, a lot of the fishing people are residents.
You can stop all your neighbors. Jesus Christ.
In that regard, please understand that this is
I'm saying.
So with that being said, there isn't some miracle going on, and we are trying to work together and to save money together to make sure that we don't have to raise fees. So with that being said, I would like to allot, if anyone, we have to wrap this up because we're too late.
She's not going to take any questions.
Am I right? The board is supposed to listen to the community. That's why you are voted in. Well, the board is elected officials, and as elected officials, we encourage you to give us your opinion. Okay, we know our opinion.
You voted to represent us. You honestly think you'll ever be voted in again after this?
She won't. My second thing is, I don't understand how Frank has to vote if he's only temporary. And who is trying to Frank in?
Yeah, it's 26-year-old kid.
And I would see Frank and Lauren at every meeting, and they'd be sitting together every meeting. They're friends, which is fine. But then I see Frank up here with the board, and I read the paper that he's interim, and how did Frank get that position? Take off your mask!
When a board member leaves in the middle of a term, the bylaws say that the rest of the board shall appoint it. A board member is still going to be You're not going to Stacy and Rich.
What's going on over there?
He's doing a howl club.
Is he?
Probably not.
She's really sitting there laughing about it. She's really throwing her top boyfriend to act as a hero. That's ridiculous. I don't know, I'm not saying it's her boyfriend or something.
All right, now, I conclude this, because the meeting is now concluded.
What about my question?
Because everyone's gone.
Everyone, go ahead and ask questions.
We voted already. But there's a lot of names on that list.
Yeah, they said they were going to count off the names.
Yeah. People came here to ask questions. You took up all the time with your BS.
That was a wrap. You pushed me in the face and before the meeting. That was absurd.
Yeah, the guy who was appointed, there's an election in November, so make sure he's voted out, and then they don't have majority anymore.
Frank feels that a family member of his parked his commercial vehicle in the circle, and I have the bylaws that say, that say no commercial vehicle. It's a safety hazard to the children on our course, and let's not care about the safety.
She got the bylaws.
Yes, on our website.
I love you, sir.
I love you. I know you.
There's an election in November. The guy who they never stamped in so that they have majority. It's her friend that she put in so they have the third vote to overrule Rich and Moore. He's up for election now in November. He's up for election in November. Make sure you don't vote him in.
Why they're voting for each other? Who are you? I'm not
She appointed him. She brought her friend in, yeah. She's been here 2 years.
He's temporary. Everything they're voting on.
That's why they're trying to rush it in before the election. There's an election in November. He's up for election.
Yes, we do this. Yeah, it does.
We just have to vote him out in November.
We are. Do you think anybody here wants them?
No, absolutely not. They're representing their community. They're brand new. We've been here 19 years. They're brand new. They think they're going to change
Which
everything.
one lives on Woodcliff? Is that Warren? Who walks the dog and doesn't pick up the dog shit?
Yeah. And somebody else. Yeah. I like how they ended before anybody could ask those questions.
No.
I like how they ended before everybody was shouting.
Don't bring on me. I'll wait. Well, I guess, yeah, really.
Okay. You guys moving in soon?
Yeah, see what he's doing over
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. We back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my homeboy Lucky Wheels of Deals, man. He keeps it lit, man. Make sure y'all check out his YouTube channel. Man, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what you think about the HOA meeting gone wrong, big dog, okay? With so much going on in this. And I think Frank, you need to sit down. You introduced yourself and it was like, how Frank get in here? Who voted him in? Frank stood up and was like, you know what? I was appointed. Because sit down, Frank. Anyway, it's amazing how everybody's lived here 10, 15, 20 years and nobody knows each other. The cop got sat up and said, do you own here? He said, yes, I'm an owner. 17 years. He said, I don't know you. Of course, y'all don't get out much. Okay, this must be a very large community. Very wealthy, too, might I add, where y'all got a surplus of $500,000 and y'all want to build it up to $1 million. You also have a lake that you can't fish out of, but you got to pay for the cleaning of it. But why would you have fish in a lake that doesn't have good drainage? I wouldn't eat no fish from that lake, I'm going to be honest. And the president, what's his name? Mike, I don't even remember his name. But Mike, the president, is not happy with this. He is not happy with the new vice president. They actually clashed. He said, we bump heads on this. He said he wanted to wait till after the vote before they decided on the contract. She wants to push the contract ahead before the vote. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know what it means for them. It means they're trying to save money. They're trying to get things done. But apparently this neighborhood is not happy with what they're doing. And I get it. Like sometimes when you in an HOA, which currently in a HOA, they be tripping. Okay? My last home was not in the HOA, but the city was tripping. One time they was like, your grass by the door is overgrown. And I was like, grass by the door? What are you talking about? Then they came to the house and they showed me it was a bush. I said, if you don't get the away from my house, it's a whole damn bush, you idiot. It said the grass by your door is overgrown. Oh my gosh. It was just one, it was winter and flowers grow out the middle of the bush, so the leaves in the bush had died, so you see the dead leaves in there. But usually I clean them out, especially in the middle of the year. I mean at the beginning of the year, because new ones grow in, so you gotta get all that old bush out of there. But that only happens in the wintertime, and it's cold. I'm not doing no yard work in the cold. Like, are you stupid? Are you dumb? Okay, in spring, that's when you do all the spring yard work. Okay, you get your yard ready to spray year round. They used to trip about because I lived on the corner and the where the sidewalk is, and they be like, oh, the grass on the sidewalk is too high. I'm like, well, the city comes and cuts it. So why y'all mad at me about the stuff the city do? Like, that don't make no sense. So yeah, we had a whole little issue about that with the property line and the city line and all this stuff. I'm like, I'm not cutting if it ain't on my property. I'm not cutting it. That's the city. Y'all not paying me. You gonna pay me weekly to cut this yard, and then y'all gonna come and tell me my bush is too tall? Stupid. Anyway, yeah, I don't like HOAs, but currently the HOA is fine. I've been knowing this HOA for a very, very long time, and the fact is, the fact of the matter is, you just gotta have some reasonable people. Like, we have drunk drivers all the time running to our sign outside the neighborhood. We don't actually pay for that. Insurance pays for that. We eventually get that taken care of. But we always want a new sign whenever that happens. We had street lights put up because it's hard to get out of the neighborhood when there's a lot of traffic due to like OU football games, the Air Force bases right down the street, so we get a lot of traffic down here. Also, the people who cut the grass around the neighborhood, not in the neighborhood, around the outside of the neighborhood along the main road, it gets like, I mean, they do a good job. Well, hell, we don't have to change them. I mean, they only cutting about 8 eight blocks, or no, not even 8 blocks, like 4 blocks. They're cutting 4 blocks. Come on, man. If they go up over $100, you know, big deal. That's $25 a week. If they go up $100 a month, but whatever. It's all paid in the HOA, man. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Pay the HOA and move on. But we don't have a pool in the neighborhood. We did get our streets redone, but we ended up getting the streets redone. That was with the surplus. We had to have a surplus to get the streets redid. You know what I'm saying? When people's sidewalks mess up, that has to be done through the HOA. We've had some pipes bust and it destroyed the street. Well, guess what? We had to repair the streets. That comes from the HOA. It's a lot of things that happen in the HOA, and we actually got a pipe that always busts down the street. And I don't know why it keeps busting right there in that spot, but I'm sure they replaced it so many times that our HOA funds is busted, okay? So, I mean, I've never seen an HOA meeting this bad, not in my neighborhood. I've seen we have summer neighborhood meetings where they have music, food, a bouncy house and stuff like that, and it's just a fun time. And that's where you get to meet all the people in the neighborhood, so you don't come to a meeting but I lived here 17 years and you have no idea who is his security, and everybody knows the Debbie lady, and then nobody knows this person, and who the hell is Frank, and Frank is her friend, and who the hell is she, when did she get appointed? She's been here 2 years, and she already clashed with the president. So that's how you avoid all that stuff when you have meetings within your neighborhood, man. Everyday people, man, let me know what y'all think about the open HOA meeting gone wrong. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as quick as 1 week.